Anyway, this went a whole lot quicker than obviously than doing a whole tutorial. One thing that I mentioned that I didn't or wasn't able to mention before was that of course I had done my entire face before, and I started off with the Sonia Kashuk Perfection Mattifying Primer, which had immediate results, by the way. So I think just to keep it quicker and easier, I'm just gonna do like my whole face and then one eye, and then just leave the other eye for like the actual tutorial, because I don't think doing all of it is necessary and it's too long. But I just wanted to mention like what I did beforehand, because I'm not going to be able to show you film-wise. I also used a new foundation for me with a new tool. I used the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Compact Makeup, and this is cream foundation. I really like it. This particular tutorial is for a concert that I'm going to be going to for the Canadian pop punk band Marianas Trench. And usually when you're at a venue where you're going to be taking a lot of photographs, because if you're going to go to a concert, you're going to take photographs. And I certainly am going to. Most people do not recommend using products with SPF in them. However, I find that cream makeup such as this work much better for my skin, because they hydrate the skin, and SPF is always a good thing, and it's really good coverage for my acne, which tends to be the biggest problem for me. So the way that I have solved that is that I use the Revlon PhotoReady translucent powder. And I tested with photos, and that really helped take away any of the extra shine, any of the ghostliness that people talk about when you take flash photos in a dark venue with SPF infused products. So that's how I solved that problem. I also used a Sonia Kashuk concealer, which comes in a little pot. It's about this big, and the shade that I am is Ivory, and it's a little bit stickier than other concealers, and I went out purposefully to find that concealer because, or a concealer like that, because a lot of the concealers that you see nowadays are actually for under eyes. So you have to be careful when you look for concealers. You want to find something that doesn't necessarily come in a tube, such as like that's shaped like this or shaped like this. You want to look for something that's more in a stick form, or you want to look for something that's kind of in a pot or set in some kind of pan, because I think those tend to be the blemish covering concealers, as opposed to just under eye brightening concealers, which will not do anything for your acne. Believe me, I've tried. And then once I did all of that, I set it with the translucent powder, and then I used an e.l.f. Contouring blush and bronzer duo, and it was in the shade St. Lucia. One word of caution, or one phrase of caution, is that they're really pigmented, and I made the mistake of really swirling my brush in there, because I figured that since it's kind of a cheaper product, as e.l.f. products tend to be just price-wise, that I was going to need more product than I actually did, and I really used a lot. Luckily, you can't tell that much right now, but it was pretty intense, and I'm actually kind of glad that that part of the filming did not end up making it. But it looks okay now, but what I had to do is I had to go over that with my translucent powder to just kind of try and fade it out, diffuse it, whatever I could do to kind of dull it down a little bit, because it's really intense. And then what you also didn't see was that I refreshed my lip gloss. What I did was I used this Nude Gemma Kid lip gloss, which has been my favorite nude lip product. I'm not one for lipsticks. I don't have the finesse for them, and I feel like for me they're just a little bit more trouble than I'm willing to put up with. So I tend to go for glosses or for stains, because I feel like it's a lot less hassle, and I tend to enjoy glosses anyway. But this one is shade 02 Undress, and I think it's a really great neutral shade for me. I think it does wonders for my skin tone, and it just looks really flattering on me, which I find can be really hard when you're looking for a good nude. It can be hard to find one that really suits you and flatters you. So this one is a winner for me. This is from Gemma Kid again. And then I just went over the very middle of my bottom lip and like the area right underneath my Cupid's bow on the top lip with a Smashbox like duo ended lip gloss. And these two shades are called Sugar Plum, which is kind of this wine Bordeaux shade, actually kind of like brownish, and then this one is called Sugar Plum. So this came in their holiday kit. It was like a box. It was really cool, and there's another one like this. But I really like this lip gloss. I thought it would be nice just for a little bit of a brightening right there in the middle, just to give a little more definition. But everything else I'm going to go over in like a voiceover. So this is the final look. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you like this and want to see more from me, then please click the subscribe button, which is also below. Now that I have a brand spanking new HD camera, which is awesome, I'm hoping that my videos will be a lot higher quality for you guys. And now that I've kind of configured lighting and stuff like that, I hope that you'll be able to see everything a lot better. And that will improve your experience. And if you have any kind of comments or questions, please just let me know. You can private message me or you can comment below. I'm always open to feedback, and I love hearing from people, whether you enjoyed it, whether there's something I can improve on, any kind of anything. I would love to hear it. So yeah. Hey everybody, we're gonna get started. I am using the e.l.f. eye primer and liner sealer. And I'm just using the primer right now. It comes in a solid stick, and I'm just going to apply the stick directly to my eye in the areas that I'm going to be applying the eyeshadow. And then just using a ring finger, I'm just going to blend it out. Then next, I'm going to be taking an e.l.f. Jumbo eyeshadow stick, and this is in the shade Midnight Rendezvous. It's pretty cool. It's got like gold and red like sparkles in it. But it's really subtle, so it's nice. And I'm just applying that to like the outer half of my eye, and just below to about halfway below my eye on the bottom lid. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend that out, just so that it's kind of nice and smoky and it's not too concentrated, but it's a nice base. And then I'm also going to use the brush to kind of manipulate it into a like drawn out almond shape. And that's just going to set the stage for the shape that I want for the eyeshadows. And then next, taking the same fluffy brush and my Tokidoki Palpatina palette from the Robbery set, and I'm going to use Bullet, which is this really, really shimmery silver. It's so nice. And I'm just going to pack that onto my lid from the inner corner about halfway, just to get a nice shine. And it's actually, excuse me, it's called Bullets. Then taking a flat shader brush, I am going to take the shade Liberty, which is the color of the Statue of Liberty, and I'm going to pack it about right where the silver starts, just about until I don't know, just a small, sliver there. And I'm going to do a little bit of blending later on. Then, taking the same brush, I am going to take LA Gun, which is right below it, and it's a nice deep teal. And all of these shades are shimmery right now. And then I'm going to put that right where the almond shape, that kind of slimming happens at the outer edge of the eye. And I'm just going to pack that on right there, and I'm going to put it on the lower lash line as well, and bring it into the crease. And I'm actually going a little bit above my natural crease. And once that's finished, I'm going to take the same fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start blending the colors together so that we get a nice smooth gradient. Yep, and you just want to blend away. Then, taking the same brush one more time, I am taking the matte black, which is called Adios, and I'm going to put that right in the outer corner, and I'm just going to add that to intensify the smokiness, and I'm going to bring that into the crease just to make it a little bit more intense and a little bit under the lash line. And then I'm just going to blend it out. And then right now I'm just kind of manipulating the shape of the almond just so that I get the shape that I want, and keep blending until I'm satisfied. Now I'm going to take an angled eyeliner brush, and I'm going to use Liberty, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line from the inner corner about 2/3 of the way outward. And I'm not putting it on my waterline, just below on the lash line. And this is to just kind of marry the colors together and make it look complete. Then taking the same brush, I'm going to take Adios, and I'm going to put that on my waterline. And you want to be careful, you want to use a powder on your waterline most of the time, or a gel liner, because those tend to be safest for the eyes. But as you can see, I'm blinking a lot, and that just means I get powder in my eye, but it's not supposed to be terribly bad for your eyes. Then I'm taking Adios again, and I'm putting that on the upper lash line. This is just so that when I put the liquid liner on, I have a really complete looking upper lash line, and to make my lashes look thicker. And now I'm just checking to make sure that everything looks even and correct. Then I'm going to take the Milani, it's called iTech Extreme Liquid Eyeliner with a felt tip. I'm going to start making a thin line from the inner corner of the top lash line all the way out to where the almond eye shape stops. And this can take a little bit of practice. I'm going to do a cat eye, and I figure since a lot of people are curious about cat eyes, I would film the entire process and keep it in the video. So I'm just keeping as close to the lash line as possible, and to create my wing, I'm bringing the liner from the bottom lash line and simply making a straight line from the bottom corner out to where the almond shape ends. And then I'm going to flip the brush in a little bit, and I'm going to drag the felt tip from the outer corner inwards, and that's going to make a nice smooth line. And then I'm just going to fill it in. Then I'm going to take the same eyeliner and I'm going to line the upper waterline. Just be careful when you're doing this. This is okay for waterlines, but you need to be careful when you're using liquid eyeliners in the waterline. Then I'm taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm applying that to the inner corner, and I'm just going to apply it and blend it out and repeat that process until I'm happy with how it looks. Then I'm going to take a new fluffy brush and that kind of matte brown color. I'm going to put that above the previously put on eyeshadow colors as a transition between those colors and the highlight, which I will be applying shortly. Then I'm taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil Milk again and applying that right onto my brow bone. A little goes a long way with these, so you don't really need that much. And then using my pinky, I'm just going to blend it out. Now I'm going to apply mascara. This is my favorite. This is Maybelline's Full and Soft in black. And I'm doing this as the first coat. And I like this because I can get really close to the roots, and it's a nice way to define my lashes and get them coated up before I do the next layer with a different mascara. I'm doing that on my top and bottom lashes. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Volume Express The Falsies in Black Drama, And using the concave part of the wand, I am going to apply the mascara first and kind of wiggle it through my lashes. And then I'm going to take the convex part, the upper curved part, and I'm going to do that to separate the lashes and make sure that I don't have any huge clumps. And I'm just going to put this on my top lashes. Then I'm going to take my Tokidoki Momobella palette and use Candy Cane as a highlight. And I'm going to apply that to my cheekbones, to the top of my cheekbones, the inner eye corners, and the Cupid's bow. And this is to just bring in a little bit more light, but I'm not going to put out my brow bone because my eyes are so sparkly already that I really didn't feel like I needed any more sparkle up there. But this is probably my favorite highlighting shade, and I think it works really well with cool toned looks like this. Then for the brows, so I'm going to take this kind of medium brownish red shade and fill in my brows with a flat eyelining brush. First, I'm going to create a line on the bottom edge just to define where I want it to start, and I'm going to start filling it in. When you fill in your brows, for a look like this, you want them to be full, and you want them to be a little bit darker than normal so that they can hold up with your really bold eye. If you lose your eyebrows, then the look tends to fall apart a little bit. So I'm just filling it in with this lighter shade first, and then I'm going to come in with this darker shade and darken it up a little bit. But you should start off with something a little bit lighter and get darker later on so that you know that you're not getting too dark right away. And you want to concentrate most of the pigment on the outer part of your eyebrow, and then have it kind of fade a little bit towards the inside, so that it looks a little more natural that way. It doesn't look so blocky. And then to finish up this look, I am going to take my Sonia Kashuk spoolie and just brush through my eyebrows to make sure that they look natural and that the pigments aren't too heavy, and that will finish it up. And I've included some pictures of the finished look, so enjoy! Unfortunately, they didn't really capture the full intensity of the silverness, but they did okay. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!